Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry, cat tail. My name is Lindsay. This is Through the Looking Glass with Lindsay. It's my story about epilepsy and how it's affecting my life. I've done one video so far, and I had wondered how I was going to do these videos, and I had thought I was going to kind of tell this in this video about how my story started, but it kind of changed as of yesterday. So today is the 26th of December. So yesterday was Christmas. And if you celebrate that, have Merry Christmas. But if you don't, that's cool too. Anyway, I'll start off by saying, in case you didn't if you don't know, I have grand mal seizures and I have absence seizures. I've had them since I was 10. And I do not have any auras. I know a lot of people do have auras, but I do not. As a result, one thing that I do not do is I do not drive. I would rather not put other people in at risk and danger. And I wouldn't want to put myself in danger because I obviously do not know when I'm having a seizure. I also don't know, like, a little bit before and after I'm going to have a seizure. So, all things said and done, a lot of things have been difficult because of that, like including living on my own. I didn't really move out of my house until very, very recently, like my 30s. But that's because I was always afraid that what if I had a seizure? I mean, nobody's gonna know what's gonna happen. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. And, my mom and, my family were like also worried. They're like, well, how are we going to tell if she's okay or not? And with driving, it was like, okay, well, how are we going to get to work? How expensive is that going to be, compared to things, all these little factors that you don't think about, or that people from the epilepsy community obviously do understand and think about, but maybe people who aren't part of the epilepsy community may not think about. And it might be good to inform them about that community. But this is not that part of the story. This is a story that just slightly traumatizing for me because so I got a cat, which you saw kind of part of my cat, back in October because I really wanted like some companionship in my apartment. And so it's been a big part of my life. And he got a Christmas gift. And so I went over to my family's house for Christmas, and then after they brought me back home, which was very nice, very sweet of them to bring me back to my apartment, I was like, oh, okay, well, why don't we play with your puzzle toy sort of thing? And I put the treats in the little thing, and my cat, I was watching him play with it and try to figure out how to move the puzzle thingies around to do it. And then all of a sudden, he like sucked a treat up, and then was literally, it's like the treat went down the wrong pipe, and he was having trouble breathing. And it was like this feeling of intense helplessness and panic fell over me at that moment because, I mean, first of all, it's Christmas. No, like, extreme vet help place was going to be open. And then not only that, it was like, how would I even get this cat there? I have no car, no driver's license. I don't drive. Like, these things that so many people take for granted because they can do these things, like I can't do because of the epilepsy that I have and the things that I have that that my epilepsy hold me back from doing. And so it was this intense helplessness that I felt while I just was watching my cat tried to hawk up this treat that he had, and I was trying to do like whatever the cat Heimlich maneuver as I was calling my mother, like to see, like, oh my god, could she come back and pick us up, and would the cat survive? And oh my gosh, thank god this cat is 9 lives, maybe down to 8, because he was able to hawk something back up, and I think he may have eaten the treat again afterwards. But I honestly like then monitored his breathing for the next like 20 minutes to make sure that he wasn't like gonna keel over on me. But it just brings you back. I think it brings a lot of people back to a sense of helplessness that they can feel in the epilepsy community and in communities like this, because they don't have the ability to drive. If you don't have the ability to drive, like, think of how much independence is taken away from you, and how it can really affect like emergency situations. Like, I mean, for me it's a cat, but like, what if it was a child? Like, that's even more. Like, I was afraid I was gonna just watch my cat die. I was like, I would be traumatized. So I'm so glad that my cat's okay. Still traumatized, but still. But it's just, that wasn't what I had planned on wanting to talk about in the second video I made in this series, but it just ended up having to be the second video that I talked about in this series. But anyway, that is that. So I said I'd try to make these videos like 10-15 minutes. So I guess I can tell you a little bit about my epilepsy story. I said that I was 10 when I started having seizures. They were pretty dormant when I was like the first year. Like, one medication worked pretty well for me, and then I think puberty just kind of like kicked everything in crazy gear, and through like the rest of middle school and high school, I had a lot of trouble and figuring out which medications were the right medications for me, and multiple medications, not just one, things like that. And I'm sure a lot of you guys understand. I went to college, which I was very proud of, and I did well in that. So, but yes, I fully, I used the, like, disability service center, you know, when I needed it, and I fully support that center for every college or university. And I think if anybody decides to go to college and has epilepsy, they should look into that, because it can be an extremely resourceful community and just prove how much we are able to do things in this community. And then it's just like, after that, it seemed like real life hit me when I graduated from college and realized that I didn't want to do what I got my degree in. And so I ended up in retail, and that's where I'm at. But like, I'll say that the place that I work is very understanding health-wise. However, it still is a retail setting, and it's not exactly my career path that I would like, despite the fact that I don't really know what my career path that I would like is. But I just want to say that, like, it can be hard, especially when you know that, like, one of the main things you need in life is healthcare. Like, I can't just go around not doing something, or just traveling, or like bouncing from place to place. It's like, when you know you need good healthcare, and when you know you need something that will cover the medication costs and any type of MRI, CT costs, or anything like that, all those things, when you know you need that, you know you need a steady job because you need healthcare benefits, that's when you're like, okay, it's time I gotta go to retail. And that's kind of where I got stuck where I am right now. And I'm hoping that's gonna change someday soon. But we're gonna have to see where the winds take me. And with that, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. Bye!